Hello, I'm Rina Valentin, and welcome to this special edition of Open World, where we touch not only the hearts of the Bronx and New York, but on the rest of the world. Our guest today is a writer and filmmaker in Casablanca, hailing from Morocco via Japan. She just finished shooting a new documentary, All I Want to Do, which follows a hip-hop group comprised of a man and his son on their quest to fulfill their dreams. Please welcome director Michelle Medina.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome. So, we invited you and introduced you hailing from Morocco via Japan. So where are you originally from?
Well, I get asked this a lot. I'm not really from anywhere. I'm from a lot of different places. I was born in Florida, but I don't remember it. My first memories were in Japan, and when I came back I was living in California, and then I moved to Massachusetts for school, and then after that I went to New York, and then I moved to Morocco.
Wow, you did a lot of traveling.
A little bit.
A little bit. Do you speak Japanese?
I did when I was younger. My brother still does, but I haven't been back, and I haven't used it in a long time. So
that's very interesting. Now, as far as relocating yourself so regularly, were your family in the armed services?
No, they were more hippie types.
More hippie types.
Right.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think it rubbed off a little bit?
Maybe unintentionally. I didn't want that to rub off. If it did, it wasn't meant.
You've got a little hippie action going on.
Yeah. My other clothes are in Morocco still. I only brought like the minimum of what I needed. But yes, I'd have to say yeah.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's free-spirited, as we like to say. So, okay, so you actually have won all these awards as a filmmaker. Yeah,
a few for the film. We won at Da Vinci for Best Documentary, and at Athens International, and Best Director at the World Music and Independent Film Festival in Washington, D.C. And it's up for competition in next week at the Harlen International Film Festival.
Right, so we're referencing All I Want to Do, the film, right?
Yeah, the film.
You know, but I kind of wanted to tap into a little bit of your history and the other films that you made, because there was one that I was able to see online that actually geared towards just documenting women who have been in the entertainment industry.
Right.
And the fact that they're from Morocco, I found very fascinating, and I just wanted to share with everyone that aside from you being a mom, right, which we'll talk about a little later, what that means to you. What does that mean to you to have to actually document these women?
Well, I was interested in this topic because when I went to Morocco, there was actually a large population of filmmakers, and if you look at the comparison between, the filmmakers in Hollywood who are women and Morocco, which does not have an industry, but you have so many women who are making films, I didn't expect that. It was really inspirational, and it was something that I looked up to. I looked up to them for this. So I met them, I interviewed them, watched their films, and some of these filmmakers have done like very progressive films on things post-feminist, beyond the box, outside of religion, films and stories. So through documenting them, I also became inspired to do the same thing.
Right, and what I also noticed on the actual documentary is that these are women from that have age behind them. I mean, I don't want to call them old, but they're elderly women that actually brought out the old pictures, the old photos, and I couldn't imagine what that must have been like back in those days.
Well, it's interesting because we've had a feminist movement here, and I mean, one filmmaker told me we've always had feminism here. I mean, Moroccan women are some of the strongest women I have ever encountered. They support their families single-handedly, some of them. They do everything from the manual labor on down to the household chores and business. So they are the heads of households, even though that's not the official record.
That's interesting. Yeah. And how long have you been in Morocco now?
Well, I've been there since 2005. I went on a Fulbright, and then I just stayed.
Wow, nice. That must have been nice. That must have been nice. New exploration, and now you just made it home. Now, just Medina. Medina's a Latina name. I wanted to ask you about that.
Right. The name, yeah.
Are you Latina?
Well, this is interesting. My father is of Mexican descent. And when I went to Morocco, I really didn't think I had any connection to Morocco. I just went there because a professor had come to speak at my university and had inspired me, and I wanted to go study with him. So it was just a feeling, and when I went there, I heard my name everywhere, because in Hebrew and in Arabic it means like metropolis, city. So
Medina means metropolis city.
Yeah, it means metropolis. And so I went there and I heard my name everywhere, and people were very happy to find that I was somehow connected here. Later on, I found out that the name is actually, it's a Hebrew name, and a lot of people from North Africa had gone to Spain. Pinto, Perez, Medina, a few others, forced to convert to Catholicism and then moved on to America, some of them crypto-Jews. So unknowing, I didn't know that when I went there, but there are Perez, there is Pinto, there is Medina, still in Morocco, Jewish families. So I didn't realize I had a connection until I actually went there.
This is fascinating.
Yeah.
So in essence, what you're saying is we're all connected.
Yeah. And yeah, we might lose that connection along the way, and we really think we don't have any connection to the next door neighbor or the next religion over, but we do. And that was actually very interesting. It was, yeah, it was inspiring.
So you captured some really great stuff in the film All I Want to Do.
Well, Morocco is really diverse. You have the desert, you have the mountains, you have the snow, you have the city, and it's diverse. And there's a lot of things that are there, like a lot of stories that can be filmed and told. So it's very rich. It's very rich with like many different like untold stories, and I find that inspiring, and I want to stay there for this reason.
Yes, the imagery that the film actually captures, just in the trailer alone, it actually loans itself to everything that you're saying right now, because the cityscape, it looks very busy, and then the beach looks very serene, and then the sunset is just breathtaking, and then of course there's the whole concept of a story about hip-hop in Morocco, which is very interesting.
Yeah. Well, yes. The hip hop part was well, I ran into that. My friends in Morocco, a lot of them are rappers and musicians, and I initially wanted to make a documentary about rap, hip hop in Morocco, because it's not, you know, it has a different way of showing itself in society. It's not the same thing as it is here. You know, it takes from different traditions and it incorporates it into hip hop. And
so what you're saying is, like, because right now you're speaking in the birthplace of hip hop,
exactly.
right? So this is where it all originates, right? And then what I'm assuming what you're suggesting is that when it gets taken to Morocco, Morocco's culture encompasses it, and then kind of adds the cultural component to its origin.
Yeah. It's transformed. It's transformed and it's changed so that it is adapted to Moroccan culture. But what I find is that the people who are attracted to it, inspired by it, and who, you know, use it as a form of expression, in those ways, it's very similar to the way it is here. You know, like this particular family, they represented a working class family in the city, and hip hop connected to them. It was their means and their medium of expression. And they are not professional rappers. The two individuals in the film, they're amateurs. But I wanted to kind of document start to finish, concept to realization of it. And they have, you know, their heroes are both traditional Moroccan musicians and Moroccan rappers. And then through that, you have the Moroccan rappers who idolize American rappers. You know, so you have like a rapper named Big, and he loves the original Big. You have Master Flow. You have a lot of these rappers who are in Morocco who look to American rap, of course, as their inspiration, and they just transform it a little bit. And the two individuals in my documentary are second generation. They look to the Moroccan rappers. They're inspired by their language in this musical form.
So when people see this film, what should they expect to take with them aside from it being a hip-hop story?
Well, I didn't put a lot of narrative on it because I don't like documentaries that tell you what people are, you know, or how you should see them. I'm not an anthropologist, so I just want to capture a story. So I'm hoping that everyone who sees it comes away with something different. Someone who may be able to observe the landscape and the class difference, or everyone might come away with a different perspective, but I would like them to get a sense of what's happening in North Africa, because I think that through some of these small, innocent topics in the film, you can see what everyone wants in the region, which is to live out their dreams, to feel like they're worthy and that they have something to say and that someone wants to listen to them. And I think that's probably the root cause of a lot of the things that we're seeing in Tunisia and Egypt. And I see that in my own documentary. I see that there, that desire to feel like, okay, I don't have money and there's not a lot of things that are open to me, but I am a worthy individual and I don't want to be put down because I don't have the means to show off and to buy my way into a business.
Once again, thank you, Michelle, for coming by. And for more information on Michelle Medina and her projects, you can go to vimeo.com/Michelle Medina or check her out at michellemedinafilm.com.
سوف تقبض داكن
انا كنخدم كنكاردي لي طوموبيلات، كاين شي خدمه اخرى عاوتاني في الطوموبيل نغسلها، اي حاجه كنكون انا بحال الجوكر.
بغيت نجرب نسجل الالبوم ديالي.
بدات تشوف هذوك الاشكال وهذوك لي رابور اللي تينقصوا وهذاك الشيء، ما تتغير شويه منهم باسكو الهيب هوب سي اوسي ساهل.
نتسناو من هذا الشيء ولا فاش الامنيه ديال الفقير هو الحلم، كيبدا يحلم.